Good news. The barley in Israel is moving into the Aviv stage, which means the new year may be very close. This is exciting news for everyone watching Yahuwah's calendar. Field reports from Israel indicate that barley in several regions is approaching Aviv. This means the beginning of the year may soon be declared. Now we wait for the sliver of the renewed moon, which will determine whether the first month begins. Let's walk through the scriptural pattern so everyone in our community stays aligned. First, the command about Aviv. The instruction comes directly from Torah. In Exodus chapter 12, verse 2, it says, "This new moon is the beginning of months for you. It is the first month of the year for you." And in Exodus chapter 13, verse 4, it says, "Today you are going out in the month Aviv." The Hebrew word Aviv refers to barley that has reached a specific stage of development. The grain is formed, the kernels are soft, and the plant is still green. At this stage, the grain can be parched and eaten, which is how ancient Israel prepared it. Second, the first fruits requirement. This matters because of the first fruits offering. In Leviticus chapter 23, verses 10 through 11, it says, "When you come into the land which I give you, and shall reap its harvest, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest." If the barley is not Aviv, there would be no first fruits offering. And if there is no first fruits harvest, the first month cannot begin yet. So the barley must be ready before Passover week. Third, what Aviv barley actually looks like. Barley at the Aviv stage has very clear characteristics. The head is fully formed, the kernels are developed and soft, the plant is still green, and the grain can be roasted and eaten. This stage normally appears in Israel between late March and early April, depending on rainfall and temperature. Fourth, the pattern used by Aviv observers. The process used by observers in the land is simple. First, they inspect barley fields across Israel. Second, they determine whether enough barley has reached the Aviv stage. Third, they wait for the renewed moon. And fourth, if barley is Aviv, the next renewed moon begins month 1. If the barley is not yet Aviv, the year receives a 13th month before the new year begins. Fifth, where observers are checking right now. Observers typically check the warmest regions first because barley ripens there earlier. These include the Jordan Valley, the Jericho region, the Negev desert fields, and the Dead Sea region. These areas often reach Aviv 1 to 3 weeks before cooler regions like the Galilee. Sixth, field reports right now. Recent field reports mention barley conditions in Reim and Tel Gamma. Observers reported barley moving toward the soft dough stage, which is exactly the stage expected as barley approaches Aviv. These locations sit in the southern Israel region, within the same warm agricultural belt as the Negev and the Jordan Valley. So if barley is approaching Aviv there now, that is exactly where we would expect to see it first. Seventh, another witness from Torah. In Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1, it says, "Guard the month of Aviv and perform the Passover to Yahuwah your Elohim." The Hebrew word translated as guard is shamar, which means to watch carefully. This is why the people of Yahuwah observe the land and the crops, rather than relying on a fixed man-made calendar. So what does this mean right now? Because these are the earliest regions in the land, if barley reaches Aviv there now, it is very likely that by the time the next renewed moon appears, there will be confirmed Aviv barley in the land. If that happens, the next visible crescent moon will begin the first month of the year. So for now, we watch. We watch the barley, and we watch for the renewed moon, exactly as the Torah instructed. Stay alert. The new year may be very close. Stay watchful. Visit our website to join the community or continue learning with us inside the Covenant Academy. Like, follow, and share for more truth.